MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the finale, Game 7 of the National League Championship Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, everything to play for here as we get ready for Game 7.
Well, to me, this game is all about which team handles the pressure of Game 7 the best. The players know what's at stake. The fans know what's at stake. The winner goes to the World Series. The loser goes home. Every play really matters, so we'll see who can play the cleanest game and come up with some timely plays.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Milwaukee Brewers.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And let's take a look at Travis Shaw. The calling card's the bat. Left-handed power, the ability to manipulate both gaps, but also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third.
Leading off for San Francisco, the center fielder, number 16, Austin Jackson.
Here comes the first pitch. And it's a swing and a miss to get us started here, and that's how Game 7 will get underway.
First pitch, 7:05.
Here comes the 0-1. Good arm action
No ball,
on the circle
2 strikes.
change, swung on and missed. 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball
Can't
1.
find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Wow, third pitch of the game. That looked like a pretty good pitch. If that's called a ball, it could be a rough night for the pitchers tonight.
Popped him up. Shaw in foul ground. He's got it 1 away.
Batting second.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch
Joe
up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's Joe Panic. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Anderson is a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable. And when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Bases are empty. One man out. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Broxton's on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Circle change there, called strike one.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Lifted in the air to center. Broxton's under it. And that retires the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. Now it's the Brew Crew's turn in a scoreless ball game. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting nine for these Brewers. Nero, tell us about this lineup as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight. You got to get greedy in a ballpark like this. There's a lot of damage to be had. This park plays really, really tiny at times. So look for
Samardzija will do the pitching in hostile territory here for Game 7 of the LCS. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And let's take a look at Joe Panik. I call him the big fundamental because he does nothing wrong on the defensive side of the ball. He has got ice water in his veins and the ability to turn one of the best double plays in baseball.
Now batting, Keon Broxton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Brewers, the center fielder, Keon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Here it comes. Oh, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's
I got the count.
0-2.
0-2. Ball.
Breaking ball below the zone.
One
That's
ball.
ball 1.
2 strikes.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one a little bit farther off the plate.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. The next 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting second, the left fielder, Christian Yelich.
In is Christian Yelich. His past meetings with Samardzija. He's a .333 hitter, 5 for 15. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope,
Fastball
outside.
off the plate away. It's ball one. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be giving that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the faces of some hitters today. Questioning the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
1-2 for Christian Yelich. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. And with 2 away, look at our playoff tree here. And the winner of this series, of course, will have their hands full with the Boston Red Sox as they've already claimed the American League pennant. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now here's
Off the plate,
slider
ball
that
one.
can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Gonzalez. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. Still no score. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He'll
Leading
get us
off for
started
San
in the top
Francisco,
of the second.
the first baseman, Ryan Healy.
First offering on its way.
Aye.
Rising fastball, then it catches the zone for a strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Now the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a
That
good
is
fastball. And what does
the
he
right
do?
fielder,
He
number
just throws
5,
his good fastball
Carlos
right by, brings the
Gonzalez.
express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Surveyed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. His lifetime batting line against Chase Anderson. He's got 3 base hits in 23 at-bats. Here it comes. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
The 0-2 once more. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Batting 5th, the left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard up the middle. And the Giants are officially into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down. But the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy. After watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
First things first, here's the throw over. Back in standing. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. The first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now Crawford swings and pulls this one on the ground to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0.
Leading off for the Brewers, the right fielder, Ryan Braun.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Gonzalez coming on into a slide as he makes a great basket catch. A great sliding catch there, and it's certainly worthy of the show track treatment. We see that he really played that ball about as well as you can. The high 90s route efficiency is evidence of that, and it really made the difference. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. Fouled off. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Gonzalez has a read on it, and he hauls it down in the corner.
Batting 6th, the second baseman, Mike Moustakas.
In now, Mike Moustakas will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. Moustakas, or just Moose for short. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. We'll move to the third with no score. Stepping up now, Hunter Dozier, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
The third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
First delivery to him on the way. Heading out towards shallow right. On the move is Braun. He's there and records the first out.
Batting 9, the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija. Now the pitch. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with one away. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that hit was going to get him at least two bases.
Yeah, Matt,
Jackson.
some people like to crow about homers and towering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Joe Panic.
Stepping up to the plate, Joe Panic. He's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Yeah.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base paths, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Panic hits, makes a lot of contact, but he generally isn't known for displaying a lot of power. You'll see a lot of line drives and ground balls from him in these situations.
Yeah, I almost think he has too good of hand-eye coordination, Matty. Sometimes maybe just attacks that pitch that's not there to do major damage with, but could just drive it up the middle the other way and take his knock, and that's what he's been able to do.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after
number
that
28.
It's so much
Buster
tougher to score a guy from third with
Posey.
2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
So runners at the corners with two gone, and that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. Here comes the first pitch. And that's in there for strike one.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
He's set. The 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Third inning, no score to this point. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We played 2.5, no score on MLB Network. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now that's popped up, and he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Batting in, the catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. His past meetings with Samardzija. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped up. Panic has a play. 2 gone.
Batting 9, The pitcher, Chase Anderson.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Chase Anderson. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled high in the air out to left field. McCutchen is under it, and that retires the side. Gone in order are the Brewers. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Now the Giants' number 4
Leading off
batter,
for the Giants,
Ryan Healy.
The
This
first
game is
baseman,
rolling right along as
Ryan
we move into the middle
Healy.
innings with no scores. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business.
Next
He's
to the
not messing
Giants,
around trying to
the
pick
right
at
fielder,
corners. He's being aggressive
Carlos
in the zone,
Gonzalez.
and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
So with one gone, here's Carlos Gonzalez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Pops this one up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The left
We
fielder,
saw the
number
fastball there
22,
as he got the pop out,
Andrew
and that'll segue right into our
McCutchen.
pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you can see there, both guys topping out at 96 miles an hour. Here's Andrew McCutchen now, a base hit in his first trip. First offering on its way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
You know, I doubt he wanted to get that tight with the fastball there, but hey, this is a guy you certainly don't want to let him get his arms extended. He's the kind of guy that could hurt you.
The 1-0. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So instead of leading off the following inning, Brandon Crawford bats here after the 2-out hit.
Hey guys,
batter, number
he's not known for
35,
being a singles hitter
shortstop,
right here, but that's his
Brandon
second knock of the game.
Crawford.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Standing in now, Brandon Crawford.
1-0.
First pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. McCutcheon is off at first with 2 away. 2 balls and a strike now. 2-1. Here it is. Popped up. Shaw in foul ground, and no one will get this one. Here now the 2-2. Line hard to center field. Reach as he makes the catch, and he took a header along with it, but he saved play out there in center. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. And that'll bring in the speedy.
Leading off for the Brewers, the center fielder, Keon Rockstead.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch pulled high in the air out to left field. After it is McCutcheon, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Coming to the plate now, Christian Yelich. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. He pulls this one into right. Gonzalez back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 7.
It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Stepping in now, Eric Thames, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
And a check swing. They'll appeal down to third. No swing is the signal from Freddie Ferguson. It's ball 1. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with manager Bruce Bochy. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Giants, the third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
First pitch on its way.
There's
the fastball that gets the
count.
lower part of the zone, called for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Easy
1-1.
take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. The 1-1 home. Bounce to first. Thames scoops it up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija.
So coming to the plate, Jeff Samardzija. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And there's out number 2.
The center
Good
fielder,
pitch
number
right there
16,
to run the two-seamer in on his
Austin
hands and bunch
Jackson.
him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 delivery. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things
Leading
turning
off
around.
for the Brewers,
Good stuff,
the
Heidi.
right fielder,
Thanks.
Ryan Braun.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly into the hit column in a big way. Instead, it's a foul ball. Line drive to left. McCutchen is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good
Now
contact
batting,
to start out.
third
He
baseman,
thought he might be on base
Travis
with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Into the box, Travis Shaw. And it's fouled away. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here comes the 0-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
This is pulled into right. Gonzalez is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter,
A look at our line score at this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Stepping into the box, Mike Moustakas. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Samardzija has his target. Here comes the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Panic's got it. On to Healy at first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Ready once again, Joe Panic.
Leading off for San Francisco,
in the 6th inning.
The second baseman, Joe Panic.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he fouls this one off. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
The 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Yelich. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Here's Buster Posey now. First offering on its way. And he gets ahead 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Broxton's under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Healy.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Healy. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
That turns out to be a good take on that front door breaking ball, but you have to wonder if that pitch buckled him at all. That was really close to clipping the inside corner.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ryan Healy.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Giants are down 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Stepping in, Orlando Arcia, 0 for 1.
Leading off
Pop out of foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matty, I think that pop out was just a result of poor pitch selection. Got to see the pitch over the heart of the plate. He chased well out of the zone, and as a result, didn't really put a good swing on that. I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
That ball is foul.
And he gets him to go after 1-0-2 as this is popped in the air toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, Wellington Castillo.
1 away, and here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Dozier onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
The batter, the pitcher, Chase Anderson.
Now at the plate, Chase Anderson. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Samardzija's ready. Here's the first pitch. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Coming in on it is Jackson. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. We are still scoreless. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. On to the 7th inning now in Game 7. But before we start, we take a look at our game summary to this point. Now in the box, Carlos Gonzalez. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball
outside, that's
off
a ball.
the plate away. It's ball 1. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
Ready on 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez is down on strikes for the first out.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall
The
behind
left
in the
fielder,
count.
number
1-2.
22,
You're probably expecting
Andrew
some sort of off-speed
McCutcheon.
pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to.
Into the box now, Andrew McCutcheon. Oh, look out, hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 35, shortstop Brandon Crawford.
So 2 away now in the San Francisco 7th, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford. First pitch on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Here comes another 0-2. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Is taken for ball 1.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. His 7th of the ball game, and that ends
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Giants
time
down in
for
order.
the traditional
Still, no
7th inning stretch.
So the lineup flips over and
Leading
digging
off
in,
the
Keon
Brewers,
Broxton. Third trip
the
to the
center
plate
fielder,
for him here tonight.
Keon
0-2 at this point.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you're going to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going. Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And it's fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. After it is McCutcheon. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Christian Yelich.
Digging in to try it again. Christian Yelich. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First offering on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, you're seeing a lot of late swings on the fastball tonight because this guy has had everything working. He has them in the proverbial rocking chair.
Bases are empty. 1 man out.
Nope.
Slider
Outside.
taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. This one's down to third. Dozier scoops it up, and that's
He's
the
out.
second out.
Well,
first
that's
baseman,
great
number
to see on
7,
the outside corner of
Eric.
that alignment. And that's what you'll get a lot of
Hey.
in that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eric Thames. No hits to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. 0-for-2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving, get on base and ignite a rally.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And now a pitch on the way. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. A look here at our starter comparison. Again, I don't want to be called a jinx, but the number to watch is in that hit column on the left side of your screen. A big 0. One gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th. And up next, the former Notre Dame wide receiver, Jeff Samardzija. Here's the first pitch to him. He starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
0-1.
Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here's a pop-up now. Thames over to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting.
So with one gone here in the top of the 8th, even the home fans are starting to sense that we could be on the verge of witnessing history as we get a look at our line score here, and you see the big number. No hits for the home team through 7. Digging in once again, Austin Jackson. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Oh, 0-1 count. The pitch. Line toward right center. And Jackson's aboard a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double.
Now batting.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Now to the plate, Joe Pennant. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
First pitch on its way.
Nope.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Ready with the 1-0.
2-0. No strike.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
The set and the 2-0. Hey! And this is poured in at the letters. 2-1 now. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Yelich is under it. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Ryan Braun. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
I'm not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody put something together to try to score a run.
First delivery to him on the way. Went after the high one there. A swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
The wind-up and the 0-1. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both the left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good. But to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Standing in now, Travis Shaw. As Samardzija will get ahead of him here with strike 1.
0-1.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Weekly hit towards first. Healy scoops it up, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
So 2 gone now in the Brewers half of the 8th. And up next, the former World Series hero, Mike Moustakas. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Panic shading to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Gone in order are the Brewers. We are still scoreless. Digging in now, Buster Posey. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out
Buster Posey.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose.
Your attention, please.
Be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half.
Josh Hader.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 is fastball taken high for a ball.
I got the count. 2-2.
Count remains 2-2. 2-2 one more time. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher.
Now batting,
he really delivered a
first baseman,
fantastic postseason performance.
Healy.
Hey, one of the things you can't control as a starting pitcher is whether you're going to win or lose a game. He pitched awfully well in this one. As of right now, he's in line for a no decision.
Now at the plate, Ryan Healy. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Yeah!
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Called strike 0-2.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And he'll strike out here yet again. It's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Wow, he's just a lost cause.
Now batting, right fielder.
The 4th time he struck out in this game alone,
Gonzalez.
and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Stepping in now, Carlos Gonzalez. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Braun has a read on it. And that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. Still no score. Ready now, Orlando Arcia. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat.
Orlando Arcia.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Oh, and that nearly sent us home and sent this crowd into hysterics, but it'll wind up a foul ball. Weak grounder down the line at third. That'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Ready with the 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Now batting, catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Now at the plate, Wellington Castillo, who's popped up in his first plate appearance and flied out last time around. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1
here,
strike.
not close, and it's 1-1 now.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
On the ground near home. Foul
That
ball.
ball's
Strike
foul.
2. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. 1 out, nobody on. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Pitch popped up. Healy has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Ladies and
Lorenzo
gentlemen,
Cain
your
will get the
attention,
call to
please.
pinch hit here as
Pinch
we'll see
hitting
what
for
he
the
can do
Brewers.
with 2 out and the
Number
bases
6,
empty.
Lorenzo Cain.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Oh, and the perfect game is erased in the ninth.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to
Now
put the
batting,
winning run
center
on base.
fielder,
Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this.
Roxton.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And he'll signal for the bullpen. That's going to be it for Jeff Samardzija. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. And the best he can do is a no decision in this one.
Your attention,
Watson
please.
takes the ball, needing
Now
to get the
pitching for
final
the
out of the
Giants.
ninth to send this one
Number
to extra
56,
innings.
Tony Watson.
In
He's
now,
going,
Keon
runner.
Broxton. Kane runs.
Count
Pitch
1-0.
inside the throw.
He's dead.
He's in there easily. The throw bounces on the way down.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Line to the right side. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Brewers strand 1, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Junior Guerra takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. Ready for another shot now.
Leading
Andrew
off for the
McCutchen.
Giants,
He's 2 for
the
3
left
thus
fielder,
far.
Andrew McCutchen.
Here comes the first pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. The windup and the 0-1.
Aye.
No offer at that one. It's a cold
No ball,
strike.
2 strikes.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2. But foul. Now another 0-2. Now a swing and a miss, and McCutchen is set down for route number 1.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this
The
one.
batter,
The bullpen has
the
been sharp
shortstop,
and have backed up a nice
Brandon
effort turned in by the starter.
Crawford.
These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Yelich is under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
Stepping in, Hunter Dozier. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
The count, 0-2.
strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, we'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Giants down in order. We are still scoreless. Digging in, Christian Yelich.
Leading off
Ground out pick last time up.
The left fielder, Christian Yelich.
Here it comes. Line drive to left. And that's a base hit. A little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Love the approach right there to get on base.
The first baseman, number 7.
Bottom of the 10th. They don't want this game to go any farther than this. They want to end it right now. Let's see how the manager plays this.
Into the box, Eric Thames. Lifted into center field. Jackson has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Ryan Braun.
Here's Ryan Braun now. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. Now here's the line drive. That gets down. It could be extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. Here comes the winning run for the plate. The relay. Next stop, the Fall Classic, as they will walk off with the National League pennant.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
Starting pitching performance kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player in the game.
Yeah, he ended up handing things off to his bullpen buddies in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings from him really showed a lot in this one.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our excellent crew, this is Matt Vasgersian saying so long. You've been watching the National League Championship Series.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Brewers, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they left 1 man on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Miller Park, 41,900. The Brewers thank you for attending tonight's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.